Hello and welcome back, and today we're going to do some more car repairs. And in the shop today is a 2013 Vauxhall Opel Meriva. We're having problems with a misfire in this vehicle. Now it's something to do with either the spark plugs or the ignition coil pack, so that's what we're going to be looking at today. Right, to start off with, let's start the engine up. Okay, so the first thing we'll do is we shall remove the top that covers the coil pack. Quite an easy lift. There we are. Now the next thing we shall do is we shall remove the two T-bolts that are holding the coil pack in place. Now these are TORX T30s that are in there. They're only just put in just to hold this into place. Once we've removed them, then we shall disconnect the wiring loom from the coil pack. Trying not to drop anything here. Like I said, these are TORX T30 bolts in here. I'm using a TORX T30 bit. Just try this one again. Okay, that's it for that. Now next we are going to remove the wiring loom. Now we just have to pull out this orange plug there that's holding that in place, and you push this down. It's like on a rocker. Just move that over a little bit more, and then we can disconnect the wiring loom. That's it, there you go. And now this ignition pack should easily just pull off. You may have to rock it from side to side. It's quite hard, this one, for some reason. Alright, that's it. Oh no, that is not looking very good at all. That is the problem of the misfire. Yes, I'm afraid this coil pack has had it. Right, let's take a closer look at what's going on in here. I'm not sure if you can see that or not. But the rubber all broke away, and it's full of white dust in there all around the tip of the spark plug. Now what happens is that water seeps into there, and of course a hot engine sort of boils the water that's in there, and it boils it dry, but what you're left with is this white powder. And of course with all that water in there, it also corrodes the top of the spark plug and also the ignition coil as well. So somehow I've now got to pull that rubber out of there. Possibly need a long nosed pair of pliers to do that. That is a bit of a bugger, that. What's that one like? He's nice and clean. That one's nice and clean, and again that one. So somehow that rubber must have split and water has got down there and has ruined that one. So we're going to have to replace the ignition coil pack, and I shall probably I'll replace the spark plugs as well, because that one there looks about finished. So right, I shall have to get a pair of long nose pliers and try and get that out of there. That seems to be wedged in there. I don't know if it's melted to it or what. But it's all breaking away. That rubber's no good on there, but it's going to take me a bit of time to pull this out of here. See that? The whole thing is not very good at all, that. It really is wedged in here. I'm just hoping that I can clear it all so I can get that spark plug out. It's like melted to the spark plug, which isn't very good at all. It's just bit by bit that we're getting off. Now, I've never actually seen one do this before. So somewhere and somehow water has got into this, and like I said, when there's water in these, the heat from the engine sort of boils the water like a kettle, and in the end you're left with all this white residue. But for some reason part of the rubber off the coil pack has also melted its way onto the spark plug, and this is what's causing this misfire that we've got. It really is stuck in here fast, it is. Oh, that's it. We've got it out. Oh, that was a pain. So let me show you all the bits. You can see them. I don't know if it's in focus or not, but they're all the pieces I've had to dig out of there. But we've still got bits of white dust in there, so I'm going to have to clean all this out before I can actually take out that spark plug, as I don't want it to, don't want any of these bits to go down into the barrel and get onto the piston. We shall have to probably get a vacuum cleaner onto that and clean all that out of there, and then we can get these plugs out and put some new ones in. Right, okay, so we've cleaned all that up now, so it's time to get these spark plugs out, and I am using a 16mm plug socket. So it's got a rubber piece inside there which clips onto the spark plug, so it pulls it out so you don't drop it. I'm also going to use a long extension as well, So let's go. Just hope I can get the next one out. I haven't tried that one. So this is the first spark plug. Okay, so here we are. This is the first spark plug that we've taken out. Bit of carbon round there, but it's looks alright. Very gentle with this one, because we don't know how badly damaged it is. Now I must apologise for the bright sunlight. It wasn't sunny when I started this, but the sun has come out and I can't move the car, unfortunately. Now I'm taking the plugs out, so you'll just have to bear with me. So here he is. Yeah. That's that plug. Now he really was in a mess. You can see that the water has got all around there, and like I say, the heat from the engine sort of boils the water and it makes all this white dust. That's the second one. The other two should be alright to come out, should be straightforward. Okay, so that's the next one. You can see by the carbon deposits around the spark plug that the car has not been running very well at all. Right, she'll take the last one out now. Okay, so there's the last one. They're all Denso spark plugs. We're going to change them and put some Bosch ones in, we are. Right, we shall get the new spark plugs and pop them in. Okay, so here we are. Here's one of the brand new spark plugs. Now the gap should have been set by the factory, but you can't always rely on that, so I've got a set of feeler gauges here. So we shall have a look. And it should be about 0.7 millimeter, which that one is. We've got a little bit of copper grease that we're going to just put around the threads here. Not a lot, just we don't want it to get stuck down inside there and we can't get it out at a later date. So just pop it down here and very gently try and feed it in. We don't want to break the threads or anything. This is an aluminium head. And I shall have to get my torque wrench as well onto here. It's about 25 Newton meters of torque. Okay, that's the first one in, and we shall proceed with the rest. So all of these were right apart from one of them. One of them was slightly out, so we just adjusted him slightly. Like I said, some of these, when you buy them, they're already factory set and some aren't, so you have to be careful. I'm guessing if one gets dropped on the floor and it lands like that, then it just pushes those electrodes in slightly. So a little bit of copper grease again, just to stop it from seizing into the head. Now this is the bad one. It's going in okay, this one. Like I said, about 25 Newton meters of torque on them. Okay, next one. Same again. A little bit of copper grease on there, just to stop it from seizing. And we just feed it in nice and easy. Okay, last one. Here we go. Then we shall get on to the ignition coil pack. Got a new one of them as well. Now, a job like this at a Vauxhall Opel garage would probably cost you in the region of £250 to £300. That's including parts and labour. Today's little adventure has cost me £84 to buy the spark plugs and a new coil pack. So saved myself a lot of money doing it myself, but of course I've got all the tools as well, so that does help. So here we are, we have a brand new Has coil pack, which I purchased for the car. Now when you buy these, you must make sure that the pins are the same. This is a 7-pin one. I believe you can get ones with 9 pins as well. So there's 7 pins on that one. I'll just get the old one and we can compare notes. So here is the old one. Really is rather worse for wear, this one. It's even split in places as well. Probably the original one that came with the car. And there's the new one. They're near enough identical, just different makes, that's all. So right, we shall put that one in now. Again, it's straightforward. We're just putting it in place. I'm just making sure all these are exactly where they should be. We'll just pop it in place like so. And place it in there like that. So now we have to get the bolts. There's the two bolts, which were both T30 TORX bolts. Just pop them in there, and we've got our T30 bit there. I'm hoping you can see that. And we'll just screw them back into place. Okay, we'll do the second one now. Now the torque on these is about 10 Newton meters of torque you want on these. Not very much at all, that. Okay, so that's in place. Right, we shall reconnect the wiring loom connector. Just push it into place and then lock it with that orange clip, and that's it. That's back into place now. Right then, so everything's back on, nice and tight. Now we shall put this back on again. It just clips into place, like I said. At the back here, it will clip in. Two places at the back, and there you go. So that's it. We have changed the spark plugs and the ignition coil pack. So just one more thing to do. Now I've got a code reader, and I'm going to have to plug my code reader back in so I can turn off the engine management light. I'll just move out all the tools out of the way, and we ought to start the car up really, just to make sure it's running properly. But like I was saying before, if you've got the tools, you can save yourself a lot of money doing it yourself. A lot of faffing about, yeah, but if you take your time, it can be done. Right, we'll keep the camera running, and we'll see if the car will start. So there you have it. Seems to be running a lot better than it was before. So there you are then. That's how to change the ignition coil pack and 4 spark plugs in a 2013 Vauxhall Opel Meriva. And like I said, if you can do this sort of thing yourself, you can save yourself quite a lot of money. So anyway, if you've liked this video, then please give us those thumbs up and subscribe. And all that's left for me to do now is to thank you all so much for watching this video, and we shall see you all soon in the next.